My hat's. Hello, can you hear me? Someone once told me I look like Adele. It's like, you need to add some qualifiers around that so I can decide whether or not I'm offended. You know, like Adele today or Adele in 2010.
Whichever one makes you feel better, is that's the Adele version of you.
I chose to go with more recent Adele, but
Is that the one that serves you more? What?
yeah,
It's almost like I'm on ice skates right now. My chair.
and a
Am
little wobbly.
I too close to you?
No.
Okay. Hi. Hi, hi, hi.
Welcome to the nut farm.
Welcome to the nut farm, folks.
Enjoy the ride.
So here we are. And let's just start off with this beautiful thing that we have, a Jack's Links and a cheese banger. And
Double banger,
and Missy, how did I just take a bite out of it?
two banger.
Two banger.
So you take with one bite, you get beef stick and cheese stick. It's elite.
Elite.
It is elite.
It's athleticism at your finest.
Well, that's for a Red Bull athlete. I thought cheese had to be refrigerated, no? Actually, I guess not, because like you go to like the
It's so
good
beautiful.
cheese shops and stuff like that in Europe, there's like in a thing on the count, like
Oh, but it's so true. You'd think that it would have to be.
unless you add a little something to keep it shelf stable, as
Maybe
they
since
say in the
it's
biz.
airtight.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Ooh,
We'll find out soon.
that meat stick is spicy.
Yeah, I gave you the jalapeno. I didn't think I could handle it. I took the reg.
That works. Alrighty, so how was your day, miss?
My day's been good so far. We went to the gym, saw our peeps there, got a little workout in.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't throw up or want to throw up this time, so that's a plus.
It is a plus.
Yeah, it's going tip top.
I was shaking like a leaf.
Oh, I know. We got to post a video of your little arms just shaking.
My left arm was just shaking like a little leaf.
Isn't it funny how you have one arm that's just like, I'm doing less. It's just like,
Yeah,
mm,
like no balance
it's like
between
a
the
type
two.
B appendage, like right arm, type A appendage.
Yes.
This one's like, I'll just do the bare minimum.
Yeah, I'll just be here for balance.
Yeah. You're right-handed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Everyone in my family except Adam's left-handed. My mom's left-handed.
Oh,
Have you ever seen them write?
it's a curve,
Yeah.
right?
They do this strange like curve around.
Why don't they just do it like normal?
I don't know. It's so weird. Now I get why they used to try and fix it back in the day. They would just make you switch as a little kid. Like if they started showing tendencies to using their left hand, they would be like, no.
Right.
Be like, ah. And then they'd
That's
go
so
away and then they'd switch it back.
You were made to feel like you were wrong if you were left-handed.
Yeah, like you were a weirdo.
I would have liked that. In fourth grade, maybe I've told this story. I thought about this because one of my angel cards today talked about uniqueness.
Mm-hmm.
And I in fourth grade they give these awards like most likely to blah 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 and most likely to blah blah blah. And mine was most unique.
That's awesome. That's a badge of honor.
Agreed. And back then I was like, oh, that's kind of boring, but cool. And then I got a little older and I thought about it. I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. And then I got a little bit older and like right now, I'm like, that's really awesome.
Yeah, well, okay. So at some point you're like, they're just trying to call me weird in a nice way.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or like just throwing me something to shut me up. But it wasn't. It was just because they see I'm a different human. And that's okay.
If I got voted most likely anything.
Most likely to kick your ass.
Yeah, well, that's a given. That's a given. No, I don't think I don't think I got voted most likely anything. I think it would feel if I were to get voted most likely anything, it would be probably like most likely to like commit a crime in order to like secure a better grade or something.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I could totally see that.
Like a sophisticated like system for cheating.
Yes, but something that like wouldn't
But like
really,
gray area.
yes, that wouldn't really be like you were cheating.
No.
Like you had to go next level
Yeah.
to get it.
Right.
Yes. Oh my God, I can totally see that.
That I would have liked that quite a bit. I don't like breaking rules,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't mind, you know, skating the little area that's not quite addressed.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
Mhm.
I like that one video, or it's a meme on social media that's like, I need you. I'm gonna slaughter it. I need you. But it's a one that's like, I can't tell you what we're gonna do, and you can never talk about it ever again. And then the guy says, whose car are we taking?
Yeah.
So if you needed me to get you a better grade and do a heist or something with you,
Yeah.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
I don't know. I feel like a heist is kind of something that everybody needs to do before the end of their days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think everybody should get a tattoo.
Hmm.
I think everybody should perform some sort of sophisticated heist with like a crew.
Like
You
an
know?
Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like one last job, you son of a bitch, I'm in kind of
Yep.
situation, you know?
Yep. Let's go big.
Yeah, we were at casino night, we were talking about if we could knock over talking stick. We're like, I think we
Oh,
could do it. Like, yeah, this crew for sure.
I think the amount of cameras in those places, that's the part that really makes me nervous or really gets me like,
Oh yeah, there's no chance in real life we would get caught immediately. But it's fun to speculate into
or like, what if, what really makes me nervous thinking about?
what?
If like, if you're trying to heist like a big diamond or something like that, and they have all the laser beams
Right?
surrounding it, like
Sure.
you can't really see the laser beams. Oh, those parts in movies make me so
Yeah.
nervous watching people maneuver between the laser beams.
Yeah, like the scene in the original Tom Cruise Mission Impossible where he comes down from the ceiling and
Yes.
goes "Whee!" right on
Yes.
the ground, like right above the laser beams.
Yes.
I
Oh,
like that. I love a heist movie.
straight anxiety.
I think they're really fun.
Hmm. I
Um,
like heist movies that have George Clooney and Brad Pitt in them.
you think we need one more?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do one more. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Where do we want to start this motherfucker?
Do you remember in Ocean's 11? Brad Pitt's just eating constantly.
Yes.
That's like one of my favorite parts of the
And do
movie.
you know that wasn't scripted? It was just
It
happening.
just really happened.
Hmm.
I love that.
I may have made that up. I don't know if that's true. or
Let's
not.
go with it.
Okay.
Let's just let that one ride.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
I know that there was a lot of that kind of like ad lib stuff in that movie.
Have you been watching all the interviews that Vogue's been posting of Dakota Johnson and Pedro Pascal?
I've seen a little bit of them.
Cackling. They have me dying. They are so funny.
Wasn't she married to Chris Jones or not Chris Jones?
Who's Chris Jones?
Coldplay?
Oh, no, I think she used to. Are they married?
I think they just
Chris-
broke up. Smart. Nope, that's wrong too.
Chris
Martin.
Martin. Yeah, he sure dabbled with the young starlets, didn't he? After Gwyneth?
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah.
Scamp.
I think they broke up because he wouldn't set a date.
Yeah, and she's like hot and funny and smart and should date someone else.
Oh, I could listen to her talk all day. So Pedro, what are their connections? What do they do
They have a
together?
movie coming out
Oh.
that's called shit. The Materialist.
This could also be coined not only the nut farm, but like half
Memory care.
half information. Like we have the ideas and they're
You get
here.
the gist.
Huh?
You get the gist. They're in a movie together with Chris Evans. It's like a love triangle thing.
Mm-hmm.
But her and Pedro Pascal, you could tell they're like buds
Oh, I love that.
Off camera or whatever. And Vogue did this interview with them where they just had to ask each other random questions.
Mhm.
And they were cracking me up so much. She was like, she's asking Pedro, she goes, if you weren't an actor, what job would you have? And
Mhm.
he's like, I don't know. I think I'd probably be a teacher. She goes, what would you teach? And he's like, I don't know. And she goes, how to be a bitch. It's like out of nowhere.
And her little sweet voice is so funny because it's so like docile.
And he just starts cracking up. And there was another one where he asks her, did you have a nickname as a kid?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yeah, I did. My nickname was Cokie. And he's like, Coqui? She's like, yeah, it's spelled like Couqui or something like that. And he's like, cock. She's like, yeah, you fucking idiot. My name was Cock as a kid. What are you talking about? Little cock over here.
So funny.
Yeah, they were cracking me up. I love that guy.
They were cacking you up.
Yeah.
Cack.
Cock.
Okay, so let's just get this right out of the way because we touched on it right before we went live on the air. Because with immigration. So let's
Yeah.
go real fast. You basically just repeat to me what you just said or you repeat to everybody what you said to me earlier.
Okay. We were talking about what we were gonna discuss today, and it seems really relevant at this point in time because it's everywhere and things are happening. And I think the decision that we've come to together is that these issues are not important to us. They matter. We discuss. They're real to us in our real lives. But we want to preserve this space to be a space where all different people, can come and listen and not feel a certain kind of way about our personal feelings regarding a matter. Where people can come to listen to forget about the atrocities that are happening around the world for just a small point in time. And I think just for like our personal peace and preserving our energy to run the rest of our lives, we're really not gonna discuss that kind of thing on here. It's not that we don't care, and it's not that we don't think it's important, but at some point you have to draw a line,
It's like where we want people to come and retreat.
Yeah.
This is where we want people to come and feel safe and like be able to escape the chaos,
The cock.
the caucus, if you will, the chaos of all of that stuff. So we're in total agreement with each other that we see it. It's important. We're not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Period.
Right.
.com.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Next.
I love this white peach flavor.
You do like it? No, you do not like it.
I don't. I like real peaches, but I feel as though fake peach flavor doesn't taste like real peaches. Do you? I feel like it always tastes like perfume.
Oh, I don't think I've ever thought about it, quite honestly. I just like the ride. I just chug it.
Yeah.
Even if it tasted like glorified butthole, I think I would still.
Oh, don't get me. I'm still drinking it, like every drop. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, this cheese of my meat stick is a little suspect, but I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because my body needs the nourishment.
You need some sustenance.
So there was my daily reader of Melody Beatty's Language of Letting Go, best daily reader ever, by the way. She gives this in one of the past days. She talks about panic, and she talks about how when you're swimming and you like start to panic, you're just gonna sink and you're gonna go straight to the bottom.
Right.
But if you float and you become more buoyant and you pause for a second, then you start to float and the panic can subside and blah, 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 blah. So I was in my recovery centers, I told the story about, I don't know if you know this about me, but I did a triathlon and I also did a half marathon.
Attention, Red Bull.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
One of my many accolades of athleticism again.
Naturally.
So it was a sprint triathlon. Let's not get it twisted. And
I don't know that.
It was a much shorter.
Oh, like an abbreviated, like a Diet Coke of triathlons.
Yes, or maybe even like a mini Diet Coke of triathlons.
Okay.
It came after like my big breakup back in the day, and I was like, I had to do something
with Kevin. Fuck that guy. Forever. I never forget.
You know, it's so funny. Like it doesn't matter. Continue to go. So I needed to prove that I could be like this person. And I started all these things and it was silly, but I did them and I'm not a strong swimmer.
That's hard. Okay.
I'm not a strong swimmer. So I learned how to swim by basically my dad throwing me in a pool and being like, figure it out.
Right.
I'm like, but figuring it out has a risk of me drowning.
Yeah.
Phil.
know, he's like, natural selection and all that.
Right. But
Wow.
luckily for me,
Yeah.
and the athleticism, and the agileness,
Sure.
quick thinking on my feet,
Yeah.
I was able to find my way back to a step, and I learned how to stay afloat and not die,
Right.
and not
Mhm.
drown.
Yeah.
So this carried on to the triathlon. They shoot the gun. I start my swim, and I'm like, oh wow, this is really hard. This swimming is very hard.
Yeah.
And then they let the next group of people go. And guess what group of people that was?
What?
The men's advanced.
Oh.
So there's a cog of men that are coming out of the gates and drowning me. Like, cause they're like competitive and they're going bananas and they're like doing their freestyle. And every single time they would come by me, like my head would go down. Like, so I'm like panicking again, or I'm panicking I'm already like, wow, I'm not a strong swimmer.
Yeah.
And then I have all these dudes
You're
coming,
being
like
actively drowned.
actively drown. And they have no conscience that this is happening for little Gretchen in the
Oh
water.
no, they're blind with their masculine urge to compete.
Totally. So guess what I did?
Did you pee in the water?
I started punching people that were going by me.
Sure.
Throwing elbows, doing anything I could to create a little space between me and my death.
You probably could have just saddled one up, ridden him all the way in.
Right?
He
Oh,
wouldn't
that
have
would have
even
been
known.
sick. Think of
You were
that
swimming.
visual.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm glad that you took action though and didn't just, die.
Right. So the storm passed, that heat passed, and I look up because I'm exhausted from throwing bows, and I see the safety canoes. Like there's safety canoes in the outskirts that ring, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be that person that has to call one of those goddamn safety canoes over to
Right.
save me. And in the
Yikes.
moment, I'm like, okay, this is just my reality. And then my like inner grr started, and it was like, bitch, you are not calling that safety canoe.
Yeah.
So you know what I did?
What?
I got on my back and I backstroked all the way through the swim. And I just looked at the clouds and I said, God, just help me get to shore.
Yeah.
Help me finish this part of the race and help me get to shore. So then I get to shore and Steve says, he's like, your face was one of like, you were so pissed. And he's like, I don't think you saw me because you were so pissed. And he was like fishing, like just happy go lucky. And so I go and I get onto my bike. Turns out I borrowed this bike from one of his friends that's super fancy. And I got on it and I rode it around to make sure I knew how to ride a bike. But I didn't think about like the gears and having to shift and go up and down. So I get on this bike and I don't know how to shift it.
Yikes.
So I had to do one gear the whole
Was
race.
there uphill?
Oh yeah. All of it. It was in Flagstaff. It was in the mountains.
So the air is really thin anyway.
So I get through this race and I'm like, what did I put myself through getting to this? I just almost drowned.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to work this bike. And then I just ran the 5K and that was fine. And I got done. And I looked at Steve and I'm like, I want to get hammered. And he's like, okay, let's go.
Where'd you guys go after?
I don't even remember. I think we went camping. I think we went into the woods so I could.
You went to go celebrate in the woods as one does.
Yes. But the moral of this story is throw bows.
Yeah.
And don't panic.
Right. I like that.
Like there's blue skies ahead. Just get on your back and backstroke until the way is clear or the shores comes
My
close.
question is, where were the safety canoes when you were getting drowned?
Right. Probably just like, oh, we can't see her. She's fine.
Wow.
And what in your right mind as a
Where were you swimming?
Lake Mary?
Oh, okay.
But like what logically, I'm not a super logical person, but logically, why would you ever release faster like the next level of triathlete after the beginners? What are you thinking? What's the point of
I don't think they even thought about it at all.
well, they better.
Oh, they could have a big time lawsuit on their hands.
100%. Like that's crazy.
So would you say you're still not a strong swimmer?
I would say that.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think I could last a very long time in the ocean because I know how to float and stay peaceful,
Yeah.
but I I'm real good underneath the water. Like I
Yeah.
really feel at one with life when I'm
Yeah.
underneath the water,
100%.
but I don't feel like maybe I should spruce up on that.
Yeah, let's explore that. I'm going to the ocean tomorrow.
Are you gonna go in?
Oh, heck no. No, 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 no. No way.
There's people that do open water swims in the ocean.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That is nuts.
And Eli and Adam are out, way out
Mm-hmm.
there, deep.
Yeah.
And I don't like to, thrust my irrational fears on my kids. I try and just
Mm-hmm.
like shut up as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I was compelled. I'm like, Eli, you go out there. We're off the coast of California. That water is cold and there are big sharks. I'm talking great white sharks out there. I go, there is a good chance you're going to get attacked.
Stop.
It's his life on the line. I'm like, don't do it. Don't go on the boogie board out there. You're gonna get eaten.
What does he say? Does he laugh at you?
He just is like, well, then I guess I get eaten. I'm going. I don't know what to tell you.
I guess I'll get maimed and it's fine.
Yeah, he's like, I'll take my chances. I think that's actually what he's like, Mom, I hear you, but I'm gonna take my chances. I think I'll be okay.
I love him.
And Peyton's like, I'm with her. We're on the beach.
Right.
Like, no,
Right.
no, because you can't, the water out there, you can't see,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I know there's great whites. They migrate up and down the coast of California. You got Guadalupe Island out there. That's not too far. That's like
Okay.
a prime feeding ground for them.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were just in Australia.
Oh no. No, there's big ones off the coast of Cali. I really like to keep my finger on the pulse of shark coming and goings.
Yeah. Are you a
So-
shark weaker?
Oh, big time.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Sharks are like my number like 4 or 5 top like hyperfixation obsession.
Nice.
I love sharks.
They are interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're amazing. They've been around for millions and millions and millions of years,
Mhm.
and they are like prime evolutionary killing machines.
Yeah.
They're something to behold,
Yeah.
actually. That's why I love sharks.
Maybe a shark is like one of your spirit animals on your totem pole.
If I were to be an animal, I would 100% want to be a shark.
Nice.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
love them.
I like
But I
that.
respect them because I know that I understand their power,
Right.
you know?
Yep.
So,
I think your visual is you riding on a shark like it's a peaceful angel, like Greek goddess.
that would be amazing.
Like I'm taming the wild beast of man,
Yeah.
and you're on the shark
Yeah.
as this like glowing goddess.
I love that. Well, there's my back piece.
Yep.
Like 100%.
Done.
Love that. Done.
Wada, where you at, girl?
I know, right? So yeah, we're going to the ocean, but I don't go in.
You know what else is scary is riptides.
Yeah.
Those bitches
My
are
sister
nuts.
died in one.
Totally. Oh, I know.
Yeah. Amy, when she was little, they were at the beach and she got swept out and my dad saw her, thank God, and went out to get her.
Uh-huh.
And he said, and this was when my dad was like young and fit. I mean, like he used to play college football. He
Right.
was he was probably like not even 30. Like he
Mhm.
was in shape.
Mhm.
And he said he had to swim with everything he had, and he still thought, fuck, I might not get us both out of here. Like,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, he said it was that intense. He was like, this might be it for us.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a really, really scary situation. And I think like somebody eventually saw them, like a lifeguard or something, and or
Mhm.
somebody came to help because it was like probably one of the closest that they've ever come to actually biting it.
Was it just pulling them out?
Yeah, it was so strong and he just couldn't, it just kept pulling him and he couldn't get
Mm-hmm.
closer, you
Mhm.
know? So you're swimming full steam with your body, which is so exhausting.
Mhm.
Like if you've ever had to swim with everything you had,
Yeah.
you have like a minute or two of that kind of like energy output
Mm-hmm.
before your body just starts to be like, you know.
Right, right.
So yeah, thankfully, I mean, they made it out, but yeah, that shit's scary.
It is really, really scary.
So yeah,
Yeah.
the ocean's it's got too many variables. I just don't fuck with the ocean.
The juice isn't worth the squeeze.
Not for me. Like I'll sit on the beach. I like to look at it. I love
Same.
the weather.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait around.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sit down there with Peyton. We'll make little, castles and whatever. But
Yeah.
like Adam and Eli, like way out there catching waves, like No,
Yeah, Steven Sawyer, same.
no.
I'm gonna be interested to see how Sawyer does this year in Mexico
Yeah.
with the stingray incident. You think it's gonna break
Oh,
him, or do you think he's gonna get over it?
now he's gonna get over it.
I hope so too.
I think
Just
he
shuffle
is.
your feet.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah. No, he's tough.
Hmm.
He's a tough little cookie.
He's a tough bird.
Yeah.
My tough little sensitive bird.
But I'm excited to get out of Dodge because it's so freaking hot here already. And I need new, this is one thing I've discovered about myself. I need new, I'm very spatially, uh, I don't know, it's a big deal to me, my
Mhm.
surroundings.
Mhm.
And I get bored of surroundings quickly.
Mhm.
So then I need a new thing for a little while. And then I come back and then this is new again.
Right, right,
And
right.
then so
Yeah.
it's like during the summer, I like to be home for like a week
Mhm.
and then go somewhere
Mhm.
and then be home and then go somewhere
Mhm.
because there's only so many days where I can go out in the pool. I just want to kill myself. I'm like,
Yeah. Right. I wonder what the name that we can call that is. Spatial newness.
Spatial. I don't know. We took a test when I went to Paul Mitchell and did hair school, and it came out that that was like a prime. I don't remember the name of the test or the system that they used, but it basically told you like what elements of your life and surroundings are most important to you, and I was
Mhm.
highly spatial.
Mm.
So
Right on.
so I'm always like moving stuff around.
Yeah.
You notice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I was even thinking about GSO, how we're gonna keep things fresh in here. I mean, the new styles will make it fresh.
You want to do a reconfigure?
The gear, yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Play around.
Yep, exactly. I'm down
Okay.
for that.
Okay.
The girls are in our new rompers, which are not rompers.
Onesie?
Onesie. It's not a romper.
I love them.
They're so good.
I need to put some out.
Oh yeah. Same.
We have them on the mannequins and they're so cute. We have a black one, they're shorts, and a blue one. And I just love the back on them. It's got a
Mhm.
cute little double crisscross,
Mhm.
little G right above the booty crack. The
Mhm.
shorts are not too short, not too long, and they've got built-in support. And I actually, and I don't mess with shorts very. I wore it to the gym,
Yeah, you did.
loved it. I'm wearing shorts again. Who am I?
Yeah, you are. I'm so freaking proud.
So yeah, we got to get those out
Pretty
for
much
the
like the
people.
bossiest boss bitch ever.
Why?
Because you're wearing your shorts.
Oh, me?
Like a boss babe, like a good thing. Not
I'm just-
bossy.
It's funny when you actually like, as somebody who never wears shorts in Phoenix,
Mm.
when you make the switch to actually go out and wear shorts, you're like, oh God, like, wow,
This is what all the people
this
are
is,
talking about.
yeah, this is quite a difference.
Totally. Or like if I take my sweatshirt off ever.
Yeah, and just the one arm out.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, but the onesies are super cute. And another thing that I like about them, then we'll just pivot because you guys can't even see freaking what they are. But I like how the straps are thin, but they're hardy.
Yes.
You know, like you don't feel like you know how some little straps you feel like you're stretching them and they're just gonna bust at any point in time. These
Yeah.
ones are like we ain't busting, but we're really cute and
Yeah,
petite.
you're like bungee corded in, like
Yeah.
it's intense.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
Collaboration versus competition.
Mhm.
Speaking from one of the most competitive people on this microphone, I have learned that competition for me in this juncture of my life does not serve me. It just makes me an asshole.
I remember when we were playing Cards Against Humanity and she kept getting, she would have like a really big laugh for her card, but like one would edge her out. And it happened like a couple of times.
Not a couple.
And she'd go, and I listened to her like under her breath. She'd be like, honorable mention again. This is so funny. Honorable mention.
Oh, it was. I was like, I was so close. I could taste the victory.
Mhm.
And then second place. But then here's where it gets obnoxious as well. The one I knew, the card that I knew was going to win because it was Adam was up. It was his humor. It was the bad lettuce or the wet lettuce.
Wet lettuce, yeah.
Or something like that. I'm like, this bitch is going to win.
Yeah.
And then when it did, I'm like, fuck all you guys. And then I'm too obnoxious.
And she was wearing her fur coat. when this was happening, it was so funny. It was just like it made for this like really awesome vibe. I loved it.
So to say the least, I think that it serves me better to work with people and collaborate and not compete, because it doesn't, like, either side of the spectrum, I'm either down on my honorable mentions or being obnoxious when I win. But there is a lot of, you see it in every industry that there's some coaches that are like, compete, that's your competition, go up there, level up
Yeah.
to them. And then there's other ones that are like, no, let's just love each other. And I choose just to love.
Yeah.
What's your take?
I'm not very competitive. I don't. I think it's just my apathy. Like I don't.
But then again, you cleaned up in Cards of Humanity.
I guess
You ran the thing.
it's just fun. Like I don't care if I lose.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I just
I need more of that.
no, you don't. Like it's not good.
You won. So that's good.
I guess.
Everything I could dream of. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
I just
God.
started like being at home, like Cards of Humanity prepping, like practicing and
You get like
getting,
a coach.
yeah, I would do that actually. Psycho.
No, I mean I don't. I think the whole like shit on other people to make us like better,
Mhm.
not like them. That seems to just come from like a really like just kind of what's the word?
Insecure.
Like yeah, like it's giving insecure. It's giving like just kind of desperado. Like
Mm-hmm.
just don't worry about all the other stuff, like
Mhm.
what people are, just do what you do.
Right.
And you don't have to shit on other people
Mm-hmm.
to make yourself feel better. It's not a good look. I
No.
hate it whenever people do that in companies that are advertising their thing, and then they'll, like it happens a lot when something comes out and it's really popular or like really revolutionary.
Mm.
You can bet your bottom dollar that 6 months later or whenever somebody's going to come out with something that's new and improved on that, and then they're going to shit on the original one. And
Yeah, good point.
it's just kind of pathetic to me.
Yep.
It's just
Well, and nothing is new.
no.
Like there's also some people out there that like be ingenuine. Nah, nah, nah. Like everything is just a remake or a revamp of something else.
Yeah.
But the way that it becomes more powerful is that you like put your unique spin and your unique light and your unique like goodness into this thing. You think that like if I had really looked at the market and I was like, is yoga sets a good new market to go into? The answer would be F. No, like it's absolutely saturated. But we can bring some goodness to this market, and we do.
Yeah.
Same thing like with even recovery, how in the 12 steps, step 12 is like be of service to other people, like go and be a sponsor and all of that. And I'm like, why do you need one other person in this world preaching recovery? And it's because that the people that I'm supposed to help will radiate or will resonate with my light and my uniqueness and what I bring to the table and my masculinity, my femininity. And those are the people that we get to help.
Right.
But if we try to be like somebody else, or if we try to compete with somebody else, it's just blocking your light and fucking your whole life up.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of like that tactic is like lowest common denominator. Like there's no imagination to it. It's just, I think it's just kind of lame.
I have to cold DM people for my coaching program.
Yeah.
And it's very nerve-wracking for me because
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's very, so I've learned like these different skills to help navigate the mental side of it. So I've DM'd a whole bunch of people, and last night a whole bunch of people responded, and some were really nice and some were like not nice. And I really, really appreciated the people that were like, hey, not in the market right now. Maybe they were a coach of themselves and maybe they were already on their personal development journey, but they'd be like, but hey, thank you so much for reaching out and thinking of me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I appreciate that, and I will not bother you, whatever. But then there were other people that are like, do you see what I do for a living? There was one lady that was like, maybe you should check what I do for a living before you DM me this. And she was like a nutritional coach. And I'm like, we don't do the same thing, bitch.
What?
Yeah, it was so funny. And I'm like, I did see that. And I actually was intrigued and impressed by
Mhm.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Well, that's
But like, just be nice. Like,
weird.
let's see how we can help each other instead of hurt one another. Hurt my baby feelings in the DMs. I like it. Another cool thing.
Yeah.
I'm now, I have a financial portfolio. I'm a
Oh,
seasoned
she's in
investor.
finance. She's busy. She's making money. She's got a portfolio.
Mm-hmm. I am.
Tell
40
me
years.
about your system.
Okay. I found this system on TikTok.
Love.
And these girls are so cute. Like
Mhm.
they wheeled me in and I went onto their website. It's called, I kind of slaughter it because it's hard for me to say. Alinea. Alinea.
Okay.
Alinea. And so I started their process. I clicked the buttons, all the stuff. And then it got really real for me when like my bank account started to be in it. And I was like, oh God, is this a hoax? Is
Is
this a
this a
scam?
scam?
I'm the
Yeah.
victim of a lot of financial scams because I think that they're being real and they're not. So
Right.
I'd have to check with Steve every once in a while. Is this real? Is this not real? Does the Prince of Persia really giving me $45 million?
She needs our help. She needs a wire of 1,200.
Yeah, the orphans need us.
Or they're gonna throw her in jail.
So I was really nervous, but then it just kept coming back up. And I just took the leap of faith and I said, okay. So I put $250 a month into this account and they just invest everything for you. They ask like how long you want to be involved, what do you want to like questions,
Yeah.
but then they go and do it. So I don't have to know anything about it,
Mhm.
but I have all this information that I don't know what it is,
Mhm.
but I can see that I've made $3.09.
That's huge.
I'm an investor in the S&P 500.
Mhm.
My diversified portfolio consists of technology, financial services, in communication, energy, all of these things. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
anybody like me that has no idea what they're doing in investing,
Mhm.
but you're 40 and you probably think that you should do something along those lines, this website is game on.
What are their fees like?
It was $120 a year,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's it.
Okay. So it's like a subscription. You pay $120 a year.
Mhm.
Um, and they don't charge you for like trades and stuff. That's all in. That's all you pay.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
So we'll see how that goes. We'll do a financial update every week or
I'd love that. I'd love to keep a tally.
a financial moment
Right. Our
where
segment.
where I bring you a little goodness of the finances.
Yeah. Maybe I should dabble.
You should.
Should dabble.
I'm really impressed by it actually because it was so easy and it's exactly what I needed. I just need them to do it for me and I will
How do you feel about the user interface on the app?
love it.
Great.
It's purple.
That's important to me.
It is.
You know,
I love how there's gauges on it. I love the percentages. I love the colors. I love this thing.
what's these ladies' story?
So they started out doing something else. I think probably working for maybe big companies, big investment companies. And then they're
Sure.
like, no, we need to do something for our girlies out there that have no idea what they're doing and make it quick and easy for them on this app.
Love that.
Yeah, they're really, really fun. I'm guessing it's under Alinea, the
Mhm.
girls, but maybe I'll look that up and put it where I need to put it.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love that for you. I can't wait to follow along the journey and maybe I'll dabble.
Should dabble.
Yeah.
You know, we just need to be um women in our own financial success as well.
Right.
You know, diversified,
Sure.
whatever that means.
Yeah, we really need to keep in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What else? Let's do rapid fires. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. This is actually quite remarkable. Maybe we didn't do it last time. I shouldn't say this right off the bat, but I feel like we've done rapid fire two podcasts in a row, which is consistent, which is nice.
Yeah.
Which is what we're trying to go for, but our podcasts are never consistent because then we always get squirrel brain and move on from something or forget.
Yes.
But here we are.
Here we are.
Would you like to go first or would you like me to go first?
I want you to go first.
Okay. Are you ready? Rev your engines.
I'm ready. I'll try and answer quickly.
Ice cream or hot dogs?
Hot dogs.
Goose or a duck?
Duck.
Puke or diarrhea?
Diarrhea.
G-Sol or Egypt?
What do you mean? Like as a trip?
As a job.
Like both.
Mm. This came up because we were working out today and
You
Missy
were
was
gonna circle back to this one.
and Missy was talking about like what she wanted to do with her master's or PhD, like what she wants to do with it. Because Corey was asking. And she said something, and I'm like, in my head, it just starts spinning. I'm like, well, how would you have time for G-Soul? So I'm like, well, you could also just do a lot of stuff on social media and like be able to do it that way. And then you'd still have time for G-Soul because I need you.
I could do both things.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
So my friend Dawn, who works, shout out to Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
She works at the Phoenix Art Museum. She goes in like twice a week.
Oh, boom.
You know, there's flexibility in that space.
Oh,
I feel
okay.
like, you
Okay.
know, because they're always looking to save money. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it's yeah. So I think that there's different situations where it's not like a typical 9 to 5. I mean, some people are,
Mhm.
but I think there's definitely opportunities for involvement that aren't, you know, all day, every day.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, when I was hearing that, I started to get a little panicky. I got a little short of breath, and I'm like, your job as Missy's best friend is to be supportive in whatever she wants to do.
And you realize this is like 2 years out, minimum.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Planning for the future, catastrophizing.
Oh
But if that's
man.
what you wanted to do, I would support you and I would love you. But I'd also try to make it really attainable for you to do both.
I don't think I think that would be fine. I mean, like I do school and here,
Mm-hmm. True.
you know.
That was a good one.
Oh, it's my turn.
If I do say so myself. Right, that was my first one, so I circled it. I made that one be the last because I knew it'd really
How
be a
many did you
dumper.
do? 4?
4.
I only have 3.
That's okay. I only did 4 because you told me to do 4.
I know, but then I forgot to do that on my own.
Is
Okay.
your hat Pirelli or Firelli?
Pirelli?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they're a tire manufacturer.
Oh, I like it.
They do like all the F1.
Whenever I see that, I never know if it's a P or an F.
It's a P.
Okay.
It's a big old PP. You see how it goes? Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
No, I do.
I really want to have a 4th to make it even though.
Go ahead. Take a moment. Let me see if I can talk about anything else. Well, it's on the thirty. We can. Oh my God, we didn't even talk about Otis getting neutered and the trials and tribulations that have happened.
I don't know anything about this, so please sound off, Queen.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Otis is a cute dog and he's doing so much better and he's a great little puppy. He's 6 months old. He just went in to get neutered. And they recommend now, I mean, you can get a cone. They call it, have a fancy word for the cone, but they also say they have these bodysuits, these recovery bodysuits that you can get so they don't have to wear a cone.
Like a wetsuit?
Kind of.
Yee.
Yes. So I'm like, oh, I don't want Otis to have to wear a cone. I'll let him wear this bodysuit thing. So I go to PetSmart and I get him this bodysuit, but it like kind of cradles his area and then comes back up and clips. So his privates are like covered.
Yeah.
And so if he pees, he's going to pee all over the suit.
Ooh.
Right. So we've had to be very, very on his going in and out, but there has been so many there's been a lot of accidents because we did bell training, so he'll go to the door and ring the bell to let us know that he needs to go out.
He really does that?
Yes. Missy, when I tell you my surprise that we were able to do this, because all we did was take him to the door and bang his little paw on this bell over and over and over again, and it worked. It was like, it's so fascinating how it worked.
That's amazing.
But sometimes he'll go and ding the bell just because he wants to go outside. And so
I see.
I had my sister roaring the other day because I could tell that but then he'll trip you out and he'll like ring the doorbell or ring the bell and want to go out and have fun. But then the next time that he does it and we're like, no, he really has to go to the bathroom. So you never know.
Yeah.
You just always have to let him out.
Yeah.
So he rings the bell and I don't, out of nowhere, where is it on the couch? I'm like, you don't have to go out, you selfish son of a bitch. In a joking way. And it like, my sister was dying laughing. It was so freaking funny. So he has an accident on this thing and we have to wash it. Okay, so we're running around the house trying to figure out what can we put over the affected area to make sure it's safe and doesn't he can't lick it and all this stuff. So I remember that I had the gauze or like the cloth wrapping from when I got my boobs done,
Yeah.
and we just start wrapping him in that, and it's like the cutest little diaper situation, and he
Yeah.
just looks at us like, I hate you bitches,
Oh my
like
God.
the alpha puppy. But he's doing so much better, and he now hopefully his cravings or what is it?
Desires, his
His
urges.
urges will subside, and we don't have to go back to where we were before with the incidences. And hopefully like mellows just a teensy bit. I love it when he like gets the zooms and stuff, but
Yeah.
at times I'm like, there's a time and a place, Otis.
Yeah. Like read the room,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Okay, I have mine, but I had
Okay.
to steal it off the internet.
Okay. That was good full transparency.
Okay. Oh, okay, so I got confused yet again on the rapid fire. So mine are just like you like the rapid component, you could just like answer them.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. What fictional character do you most closely relate to?
Well, so it's not a this or that. Like I have
Yeah.
okay.
So again, I messed up.
Fictional. What does that mean? Not
Like a
real.
movie character, book.
Moana.
Moana. Oh my God.
Yeah. Do
We
you
were Voyagers.
mhm. Na, 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 na. Oh, oh my gosh.
That song hits so hard.
It hits so hard.
Yeah.
Even when my kids weren't in the car, I would listen to the
Same.
freaking Moana.
Same. Same.
Like
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
the Maui song.
I love the first Moana. The second Moana is trash.
Had some good spots, but yeah.
Okay, so
You couldn't
I didn't watch the whole thing. Whoops.
I thought it was good.
You did?
It was fine. I didn't
I
think
have
it
a
was
hard
bad.
time getting into sequels, period.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about like, well, it's not as good as the first one.
And why do they do that? Like just leave well enough
You
alone.
know, it was supposed to be a TV show.
Moana was?
The two, Moana 2
Oh.
was supposed to be a TV show, but then they condensed it and reworked it to be a movie.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Okay, I liked that one.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised I came up with something. Normally I get real nervous in those kind of
That was
situations.
good. You know what made me think of this?
What?
Because I was watching Harry Potter with Peyton,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, I'm Hermione Granger. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so then I was like, I wonder who Gret would say that she is like.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are a good Hermione.
If you could only watch one movie for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Probably Dumb and Dumber. Or maybe like a League of Their Own.
Oh my God.
Or any Will Ferrell movie.
Have you ever dressed up as a League of Their Own character for Halloween? That would be hilarious.
That would be really good. That would be
I
good.
could see you just like sprinting down the street
Oh, that'd
just
be
to like
sick.
show us how fast you are.
I could do that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we should do that. We should go.
Tighten your skirt, Kit. Tighten your skirt.
We should go as them.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want to be the Rosie O'Donnell one, but
You want to be Madonna?
ooh,
Or do
she
you
was a
want
little
to?
tart?
She was. She was my favorite. But I also, we could go as a sister duo too. Dottie
Yeah,
and
we
Kit.
could. Yeah, we could.
Mhm.
Okay, I like that. Vampires or ghosts?
Can you give me more context or no?
No.
Probably ghosts.
Okay.
Vampires freak me out.
Would you rather have Cheeto dust on your fingers for a year
Uh-huh.
or have to walk around with wet socks for a year?
Cheeto dust.
Really?
I cannot stand wet socks.
Neither can little Willie.
Nothing fires me up. Like if ice drops on the ground and then it melts and then you come and you
You-
can't see it and you step
And
on
you step on it.
it's a
and
day ruiner for me.
It's soiled.
Day ruiner. I rip my socks off. I'm very pissed. Who dropped the ice? It's usually me because the ice machine doesn't like me.
They're like, actually, that was you, Mom.
Yeah.
Okay. I would choose wet socks.
You would?
Yeah.
Willa will get, speaking of Lil Willie, she is the master of having Cheeto dust on her hands and
Mhm.
working all of it off. She'll be like, "Mom, can I have a napkin?" But she does most of the heavy lifting with her
Yeah.
mouth to get it off. And she loves chips and she loves Cheetos.
Willa chips.
Oh yes.
I love those. They're the sour cream and cheddar
Mm-hmm.
ruffles.
Mm-hmm.
Those are those hit. I mean, those are good chips
Yeah. They used to for me. Now the smell legit makes me want to puke.
because they're, I mean,
They're just overworked in our
yeah,
home.
yeah, for sure. Peyton loves she loves what's it called? Salt and vinegar
That's
chips.
surprising to me.
It's weird
Mm-hmm.
for like a little kid to like
Totally.
that flavor.
Yep.
She was so excited. We got her hair done yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
She got her pink. Well, first we had to, it kind of turned into a whole thing because her hair is blonde, but it's not like bright blonde. And then
Mm-hmm.
when you're gonna put a color on it, you have to get it as light as you can or it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't show up.
Right.
It's like coloring on a white piece of paper versus like a
Yeah.
brown piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up having to do like a full highlight and balayage moment.
Oh my gosh.
Especially the people in the salon.
Was she there forever?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She was there for like 2.5 hours. And she's all foiled up,
Yeah.
like on her head. And people were
Oh.
like, "Is that small child have a head full of foils?" It's like, mind your damn business. It's fine. So then they do that part, and then they have to wash that out, and then they had to put the pink on.
Yeah.
Then I had to sit, and then she needed a cut and the blow dry and the
Oh my
curl.
gosh.
But bless her little heart, like when she wants something, she's locked in, and she
Mm-hmm.
was there sitting, being totally, patient, and it turned out so cute. And I just have like
So cute.
all these videos of her just, we were in the salon and she's just like feeling herself, like posing.
Oh, I love
Then
her.
we get home and she just kept posing in front of the mirror like over and over. And then she was like trying out different dance moves to see how it worked with the new hair.
Oh my
And
god.
it's just like her whole personality now, and I'm here for it.
Same.
Yeah.
This is like one thing that I love about your parenting is that there's no stifling in that.
Oh
Like,
no.
and you present her with things that she can feel really, really good about herself
Mm-hmm.
doing. And
Yeah.
there's no like, oh, okay, now just be humble or like, mm-mm. Like, let's
No.
go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's build this up. So then when the
Yeah.
world fucking comes and punches her in the face, she could be like, okay, I have like a little storehouse of
Mhm.
goodness to throw back at you instead of completely
Yeah.
imploding.
Yeah, I don't really subscribe to the whole like, oh, she's too young for like it's pink hair. If that's
Mm-hmm.
not a juvenile thing to do, then I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what the fuck is.
Right. Who cares?
Like she's a little girl who wants pink hair.
Right.
I don't care, and I'm not gonna thrust these weird like worldly views on how a girl should look and act at whatever age.
Mm-hmm.
It's if she wants pink hair, I'm gonna let her have pink hair.
Yeah.
If her belly's hanging out under her shirt, I'm gonna let her belly hang out.
Right.
I'm not gonna make her feel self-conscious about that.
Right.
Everybody else can just go to hell.
Yep.
And she's gonna be herself and do what she wants to do.
I love her. You
Yeah.
know what color Willow wants?
What?
Blue.
See, Willa's hair is blonde enough that they
Mhm.
would not have to lighten it and they could put blue directly on it.
I think I may just get like the Amazon spray stuff.
I even have some at my house. So it's not permanent pink.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a temporary pink.
Mhm.
It'll wash out and leave her hair just looking like normal.
Normal balayage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll be like, does your 7-year-old have a balayage?
You're like,
What of it?
look away.
What of it? And I have, it's called Inkworks, and we used to use it at Paul Mitchell, and there's some other brands that make it, but it's basically just like a gel
Mm-hmm.
that you put on, leave it for 20 minutes, and it's deposit only, so it's like a stain.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just washes out. And I have a bunch of colors at home, so like when it washes out, I can redo it. We
Nice.
can pick different colors and stuff. So if Willie wants some, I think I might have
Yeah.
I might have some stock in that.
Give that a go.
Yeah,
That'd be
it's
so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. I
love
never
it.
was allowed to put my hair different colors or wear red nail polish.
I'm sorry.
So now, or for my wedding, guess what color nail polish?
Why were you not allowed to wear red nail polish?
I don't know. That's what Hose wore, I guess.
Is that like the harlot
That was
color?
like the streetwalker color.
I just can't with that kind of shit.
I know. It's so silly. Like, who made up that rule?
What are you talking about? What? Why do we have to make everything have meaning that's deeper than what it actually is?
100%. It's exhausting. There's so many rules. I'm breaking all of them.
When
So are
did you
you.
first start coloring your hair then?
I think it was, I mean, I was probably like 16 maybe. But I was lucky because Tiffany did hair. So
Mhm.
she could do, there was a good segue into it because Tiff did hair.
Yeah.
But I would get it done like once. I would get it done way more than any of kids in Sheridan
Yeah.
because I would come down for Arizona and
Mhm.
come back a whole new person with
Yeah.
blonder hair.
I feel like I started getting my hair done like junior high.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like have full acrylic nails and all of this stuff. And my mom was pretty good about
Mm-hmm.
letting me do that kind of thing because it's always been important to me.
Yeah.
I've always really liked doing stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she does too. So
Mhm.
it was something that we would go do together. That was fun. And I'm glad that I have that with Pay because she clearly enjoys it
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
So, what's the harm?
There's
Yeah,
zero harm.
I don't see it.
Me neither. Okay. Are
Yours
we
are
good?
getting long.
I know they're clicking.
She's got when they get too long on the ends and they click on the keyboard, that's when it's time to bust out the big clippers.
It's pretty much the only indicator and like push to go get my nails done is when they start clicking.
Yep. Well,
No clicky clicky for this girl. I don't like the clicky clicky.
and then I'd love the clicky. So then I'm clicking it and then I have to remember she doesn't and then I like tuck them down.
Oh,
I just like
don't
retreat my
stifle
talent.
yourself.
I retreat my talent. No, it's pretty annoying. It's like a how we talked about sometimes you do things as like masturbation
Mm-hmm.
and it's I mean like clearly not like you know what I mean.
Yeah, totally.
Like little habits that just
Yeah.
feel good for you
Yeah. Yeah.
only.
Yes.
And that's one of them.
I didn't really think that you were talking about masturbation.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I mean, all
in
the
public.
time. I just rub my shirt all the time.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm thinking or if I'm happy, like then it really starts going
Or
faster.
when you're holding Willow's blanket and you make the little ball.
Yes.
And then you put the ball in the corner so you have it for later.
Yeah. And then she yells at me because I've worked a hole in her
Yeah.
special blanket. With that, let's call this a day.
Let's wrap it up. Let's move on. Okay. Peace out.